The Item Setup tab. This tab contains the carton, KSN, and member setup information which will be used for item setup into IMA. Any field highlighted in red is a required field. Many of the fields will default and just need to be reviewed. On the far left of the screen, each carton will be separated by a red banner line displaying the carton number and the total quantity of each carton. Within each carton, there will be a carton description line 1 and line 2, which will default based on the style description and color. The primary register description will also default to the style description. The primary register description is what will appear at the point of sale register receipt. This field holds up to 20 characters, whereas the first 12 characters of the description will display on a Kmart receipt and the first 10 characters will display on a Sears receipt. Below the register description are the Can Carry Store Group and Reorder Authorization fields. These will default but can be updated if necessary. To update the Can Carry Store Group, click into the field and enter in a new model number or select the magnifying glass to search for an existing model number. The Reorder Authorization can be selected using the drop-down menu. If any updates are made, the fill down can be used to apply the changes to all cartons. Moving to the right, each carton will list the style, description, color, sizes, and total quantity within each carton. The next editable field is the KSN line 1 and 2, which will be used as the KSN descriptions in IMA when setting up the style colors. KSN line 1 will default to the style description, and KSN line 2 will default to the size and the color. Next is the member setup section, which includes DC and store forecasts. These fields are not required, but if they are populated, the information will feed over to IMA. These are drop-downs where you can select the appropriate values. Next is the IDRP order method. This is a drop-down to select if the product is being ordered through allocation or replenishment. In our worksheet, the styles are set up as allocation, so I will select allocation. If you move the scroll bar to the right, the reorder authorization and Can Carry Store Groups will display again. This information can be updated in either location on this tab. Next is a column for KSN. The individual member KSNs will backfeed into the worksheet once the styles have been set up and become operational in IMA. To the right of the KSN column is the CMA Detail ID. This is a unique numeric value assigned to domestic typical KSNs. These values are entered into IMA when setting up the style and is used to send back the KSN information from IMA into the wing. Next, there is a field for Markdown Style Number, which is used for Sears only. This is optional, but is used for style reporting and allocation, and for Markdown Style Number in the Web UI system. For Sears styles, the Sears item number for each style color will backfeed into the worksheet once the carton becomes operational in IMA. The Sears SKU number will need to be entered for each size member. So in our worksheet, we will enter in 025 for size small, 026 for medium, 030 for large, and 031 for extra large. This process will need to be completed for each carton. There is an optional section for reorder instructions and reorder method. If these fields are populated, this information again will feed over to IMA. If any updates were made to any of the fields, click Save in the upper right corner. The next video will cover the Packaging tab.